life has its turns and its twists, and so often it's by accident. I was a young lawyer in the early 70s, and I wanted to go into public interest law. I'd been in private practice, and it happened by the accident of being told that there was a firm over in the East Bay at San Francisco, the Native American Rights Fund, that did Indian law, and that they did a lot of environmental law. They were fighting the big coal plants down in the Southwest. So I went over and interviewed and was taken with them and joined the Native American Rights Fund, which then moved to Boulder, Colorado. And I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't understand how important tribal sovereignty was to Indian people, didn't even know about the concept. And I've been lucky. I've been out to more than 100 reservations, and I've spent quite a bit of time in Hawaii with natives in Hawaii. And I was accepted, have been accepted, I suppose, because I have a skill that can be of use in some circumstances. And for whatever reason, early on, I understood that you didn't go out and tell them how to use your skill. You simply offered yourself up and recognized that it was their decision. And so I've had so many friends that developed, and often because I came to believe that you can't really understand Indian societies and Indian people unless you've been out on their landscape and had them tell you their stories. And I've done a lot of that over time, and really it's only in recent years, looking back on it, that I've come to realize not just how lucky I've been, but how deeply committed I am to it. And I have done a lot of environmental work over the years, and I care about that a lot. But the thing that has captured my mind and heart the most in my lifetime, other than my family, has been Indian people and their relationship to the land and their determination to follow their own paths, to have self-government, to have self-determination, and really how, after all they've been through, after diseases that cut their population from 5 to 7 million people down to 250,000 by the year 1900, having 95% of their people wiped out by disease, often right in front of the eyes of their fellow tribespeople. And the land's been taken, and they've been discriminated against. And the churches and the federal government tried to beat their culture out of them, and it didn't work. They wouldn't let it work. And somehow, those Indian cultures have survived. And I want to tell you that we've been counting now for 500 years and wondering how many generations would it be before there weren't any more natives. The question wasn't if. The only question was when. Would it be one generation? Would it be two? Would it be three? In most of the discussions the majority society had, it wasn't 4 or 5. It was 1, 2, or 3. And they have survived. And my guess now is that they're going to survive forever after what they've been through.